Oh, enough philosophy. It's time for my music lesson.
You will need philosophy, Nero, more than you will need music.
In what, Seneca?
In whatever position in the state you hold, you must prepare for responsibility.
But I want to be a great actor, a great singer, a great dancer. Isn't there such a thing as responsibility towards art?
It is not a moral responsibility.
Oh, you talk so much of morality. And by morality, you mean, I forget the word.
Repression.
Repression. That is true. You repress me from seeing life. The execution of the Empress Messalina.
That was hardly life.
So now, we are to have a new empress. Who will it be, Seneca?
That is for the emperor to decide.
Not the Senate?
Why the Senate?
There's some ancient Roman law that says not even an emperor can marry his own brother's daughter.
Yes, that is incest, an ancient prohibition that no power can reverse.
I'll wager your money on that. 100 sesterces.
I do not have 100 sesterces on
You're
me.
not sure of winning.
I do not wager. Betting is idle, frivolous.
Immoral.
That depends on the sum bet. Your mother will not become empress. On that, I will wager you 1/10 of a sesterce to show you that I can unbend like anyone else. But I will not have to pay it. The thought of a man marrying his own niece.
Even the emperor.
Even the emperor. You've wasted the last 2 minutes of our lesson. You may go to your music now.
The emperor will marry my mother, even though she should marry another. For the emperor can do no wrong. That is the end of my song.
Better?
Better, my love. My niece, my wife. But only in the sense of better than yesterday and not as bad as tomorrow.
Nobody knows about tomorrow.
An aging man knows that tomorrow he will not be any younger.
Oh, these shining platitudes, gems of imperial wisdom.
I write history. Moral platitudes I leave to Seneca.
Get rid of that man.
Why?
He teaches my son treason in the guise of philosophy.
Treason? To the emperor?
The empress.
Well, philosophy is philosophy, and morality is morality. There are no moral exceptions for Seneca.
I was taught as a girl that the whole point of power was to be able to break the rules.
Sometimes I feel, well, culpable. Chiefly when I look at your son, Nero. There is something wrong about having a grandnephew who calls you father. He calls me father far more often than Britannicus does. He seems to be trying to implant an idea in my mind.
The idea that he's fitter for the purple than Britannicus. Britannicus is a fool.
Britannicus may be the son of Messalina, but he has inherited surprisingly few vices. To me, he is a living reminder of my beloved brother and of my triumphs over the Britons.
Which we're not allowed to forget. Every time you mention the name Britannicus, I feel we're expected to rise and drink a toast.
I shut from my mind, dear niece, wife, Agrippina, a particular thought. That you love your son far more than you love me. Now let me sleep. My head throbs.
Sleep. Father of all the Romans. Sudden, you say, but not too sudden. The art of the sleep bringer lies in the imitation of nature. You know how to administer? I know.
Domitius Nero is late. Late again. Not on the hour, but 5 minutes before the hour. Isn't that military punctuality, my son? Huh? Dear Britannicus?
A family dinner isn't a parade, Father.
No. Well, at least common politeness. An empire ought to be run like a fusion of a family and an army. If that's possible.
Eat, dear Claudius. Don't wait for Domitius.
I have little appetite, my dear. Still, the odor is seductive.
My profoundest regrets. Crowded streets, and one of the slaves carrying my litter broke his ankle. Imagine. Oh, I do apologize, dearest father. I beat the bull, of course. And then I borrowed a slave from someone else. I forget who. Ah, mushroom. Delicious.
Here, take these. I can't eat.
Claudius, dear, they were just brought from Nemi. They're your very favorites.
And since you ordered them, my dear,
Oh, I'm so pleased. Let's drink a toast to the Emperor's restored appetite and health. May the Emperor Claudius live forever.
even you, my dear, cannot prevent me from turning into a god. Gluttony, always one of my failures. The virtues of temperance. Seneca is very good on that subject. He's... Oh! Oh!
Father.
Oh!
Alice!
Oh!